The Mandalorain Season 1, Episode 1, titled Chapter 1, and of course this is the first Star Wars show for Disney Plus, the very first live-action Star Wars show, and I finally got myself Disney Plus. Checked out the first episode of The Mandalorian. I quite enjoyed it. It's really good. It's a really solid, good episode. It is directed by Dave Filoni, who, if you don't know, he is very linked to Star Wars. He's been the showrunner of a couple of the last few anime stuff, Clone Wars, Rebels, and this is his first live action directing anything. And I wouldn't lie, there's some things that you're like, yeah, this feels like. There's some things that felt very animated, like how he introduced characters. The pacing sometimes can feel something that would belong better to like a 20-minute animated show than actually a live action format. But for a first time directing thing, it's not bad. It's not bad like you can tell it's the first time director. But for effort, not bad. Not a bad effort for a first-time director, a live-action director in this case. But the thing about this episode, I always say about the first episode, is give us a feel for the show. Like, let us have a feel of the characters. Let's have a feel of this world, even though it's a world that most people know about. But we don't know the section with these characters. What does the Star Wars universe look like with these characters in it? So in the sense of that, and it kind of does all pretty well. I understand the I Have Spoken line, where that line has come from and why it's so popular. People have been quoting that. I understand that's just something else, but I won't spoil that. Yeah, I know the episode is like 2 weeks old. I'm not like a week old. I'm not spoiling it. But the thing we took from it is how, is the effects really. Like, just how it does look like a Star Wars movie. It does look like it's easy to say, oh, it looks like it's just a Star Wars. No, initially they gave this episode a movie budget, and it shows the effects, the creatures. Maybe the creatures could have done a little bit more work on, but who are basically horses and all that kind of stuff. Maybe need a little bit more work on, but effects wise and the worlds and the action, it looks amazing. I mean, of course, new show, you're learning new characters, but Taika Waititi's character is pretty well, appearance wise, looks like realistic, not realistically, but he looks real and that kind of thing. So the effects of it really did first impress me a bit, but also, what I kind of like from this episode is it gives this sense of it's a Western, basically. If you cut, I always say with big budget films or big budget things, is if you break it down, it's very simple. I always say Ant-Man's about a father trying to reunite with his daughter. That's the entire movie's about. That's the entire of what Ant-Man's about, the first Ant-Man. And this movie's a Western, except it's lasers coming out of their guns and having, different horses and spaceships and all kinds of stuff. It's good, bad, the ugly, or a few dollars more, and, like Clint Eastwood, the old 70s Clint Eastwood Western films. Like, it's that kind of, feel of a show that I really dug. The performances are pretty well done. There's a scene, I might have to rewatch the episode again, but there's a scene during with, I get it, trying to explain a little bit about his history, a little bit about his origins, the Mandalorian. But I didn't know that it was needed, really. I'm trying to not hit spoilers, but, wonderful. I'm watching. Episode 2 is looking at me right now, and I'm going to check that out and give you my thoughts after I see that episode.